Facebook, what's going on? Facebook, why you look like that? Ugh. Facebook. Why does Facebook look like this? We need to correct Facebook. We gotta correct Facebook because Facebook looks crazy right now. What is going on, Facebook? Let's try this again. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. So sorry I'm late. So sorry I'm late. So sorry I'm late. Let's see if we can get Facebook together, shall we? Welcome in. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. Getting everything set up and ready to go. Had to correct Facebook. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. Welcome in. Welcome in. Facebook looks a lot better now. Great. Pretty soon I'm gonna get Restream or something so that I can do this properly. Welcome in. Make sure I'm good. Welcome in. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. Welcome in. I'm late. I'm super late, but we're here. And I am happy to be here. I'm happy that y'all are here. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. We are reading The Mastery of Love. We are reading The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. Clean that off. See if y'all can get a better view. Okay. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. How y'all doing? Hey. What's up? How y'all doing? It's Monday, and I had lots of Monday complications today, but it is what it is. We're here, and I'm so happy to be here. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I had some cucumber water today. I was very healthy today. I had fruits and cucumbers and all kinds of water and stuff today. I'm very proud of myself. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I don't think I'm going to wait as long as I normally do for everybody to get in here. But I'm so thankful y'all are here today. Welcome in. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go home. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. Hello. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get it going. Thank you guys for everybody that is here, everybody that's watching. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. Welcome in. Welcome to Reading Miss Taylor Said. Let's see. And I can go ahead and boom. Welcome in. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor said. Hello. Let's see, I'm gonna go to accounts. Hope y'all don't get that feedback. Welcome in. Welcome to Reading Miss Taylor Said. I'll get started in just a moment. Once I'm done sharing everything, I'll get started. I'm super late, but we're here. Late doesn't mean Late just means I got here a little late. A lot of late. But I still made it. Can y'all hear all that clicking on my stuff? Can y'all hear all that? Welcome in, y'all. Good to be here. It sure is good to be here. Happy to be here. I'm happy that we're here. Hopefully the connection is not bad on Facebook today. Hopefully we're good on Facebook. I just get up out of everything and hey, welcome in. Okay, we should be good. Should be good now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started, y'all. Welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. My name is Taylor. I'm also known as Miss Taylor Said, and I started this show on November 30th, 2020 in an effort to complete some goals that I have. One of those goals being that I want to actually read the books that I own. I have accumulated a lot of books over the years, and darn it, I'm having connection issues. Ugh. Let's see if we can connect to something else. We got a couple of Wi-Fi options around here, so I'm going to see if I can connect to something else. I'm live on, I started my introduction, but I'm live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So if you are not able to see me, right now I'm reading The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. I always pronounce his name wrong, and I feel bad about it because I'm just like, do I do the Ruiz or the Ruiz? Let's see. You know what? I'm going to try to do one other thing. Let's see if I unplug the Fire Stick, if that helps our connection issues. Because everybody just got home, so. All right. Okay. If y'all are not able to see me on Facebook, Facebook has been my little problem child, I swear. And that's why I started everything. I started everything on Facebook, and it's my problem child now. Ooh, please don't stop the show when I try to connect to something new. I know I'm offline, but give me a second, I'll be back online. Fingers crossed, this is not gonna mess up anything. See, this is. Are we on? Are we in? Are we in? My favorite author. Right now I don't have a favorite author. It used to be Ellen Hopkins. I really enjoy her work. She does young adult fiction, but the way that she writes everything, she writes in prose kind of, and she uses poetry to tell a story in a novel, in novel form, and she uses a lot of God, I really wish I knew the words for it. So I probably should have been an English major instead of a history major. I've never read Camille Pagan. I've never, but if you could inbox me some good titles so I can remember, I can definitely check her out. Okay, so here's no, not metaphor. The word I'm thinking about is the word for when poets will make shapes out of the poems, or if they will, like, one thing that she's done before, one thing that she'll do is that she'll have it's like the shaping of the poems. And I should know this because I write poetry, but I'm not really, I should have been an English major. Hopefully Facebook is better. If not, Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. I'm on all three of those right now, so hopefully Facebook gets better. I connected to a different Wi-Fi, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that's going to help it. Let me go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and get started again. My name is Taylor, also known as Miss Taylor Said, and I started the show on November 30th, 2020, in an effort to complete some goals that I had. One of those goals being that I wanted to actually read the books that I own. I own a lot of books in my home, and I have not read most of them, or I've not finished most of them because, you know, people do that. So I actually would like to complete the books that I have. Another reason why I started the show is that I want to get more comfortable reading aloud in front of an audience. The things that I want to do with my career are going to involve me reading off the teleprompters, reading speeches, reading cue cards, and things of that nature. And I want to get more comfortable with that. So, oh, I know, I'm having a lot of connection issues tonight. So I'm hoping that one of these videos will be a whole and be great for for the playback. Um, so another reason why I started the show is because I would like to get more comfortable reading aloud in front of issues tonight. Fun times. Love it. It's great. On all four platforms, I'm having connection issues. So, this is fun. I think the only one that's not giving me issues, surprisingly, is Instagram. So, don't know what that's about. Alexa, turn the fireflies on. Alexa, turn on the fireflies. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I've lost connection over here as well. Fun times. Fun times. I love it here. Love it. Great times happening. Ah, the show keeps trying to stop itself, but it's not. We're not going to stop. Okay. The show keeps trying to stop, but we're not going to stop. We are going to keep going. We are going to do this. All right. Let's see. Okay. Do we have connection back over here? Managing the connection today is just the best. Okay, I have connection here. I have connection here. I have connection. We're good on connection. Here we go. Seems like things are going smoother over here on Facebook. Seems like things are smooth over here on Instagram. Now that we've been doing this for 11 minutes, let's get started. Okay? So, we're reading The Mastery of Love. If you missed the last few episodes, you can go to my YouTube channel, Miss Taylor Said on YouTube, and catch up on every episode of Reading Miss Taylor Said ever. Okay? Every single episode is up there. We're on episode number 43. Every episode is on YouTube, and we're streaming live from YouTube right now, right there. So if you've missed any of the episodes, go to YouTube, go to Instagram on my IGTV, or go to Facebook, Miss Taylor Said, and you'll be able to catch up. Today, we're on chapter 10, and the name of this chapter is Seeing with the Eyes of Love. I can see that this is just going to be difficult for people. I'm not going to get as much engagement tonight because there's connection issues, but we're just going to go straight in, okay? Okay. Seeing with the eyes of love. If you look at your body, you will find billions of living things who depend on you. Every cell in your body is a living being that depends on you. You are responsible for all of those beings. For all of those living beings that are your cells, you are God. You can provide what they need. You can love all those living beings, or you can be so mean to them. The cells in your body are completely loyal to you. They work for you in harmony. We can even say, all right, so Facebook stopped. Facebook stopped. Fun times. We love technical difficulties over here, y'all. Yahas. Let's see. Connect to that one. I appreciate y'all's patience with this whole process. This is very tedious. Welcome in. Welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. We are reading The Mastery of Love, and we're also trying to get the connection up on the other places where I'm streaming. So I apologize for the delay. I truly apologize for the delay. Let's see. I'm gonna try this again. See if it works. It's not my favorite kind of issue to have, but it is what it is. This is the third time I have restarted the Facebook stream, and I'm not having a good time with this, but I am going to be fine. Welcome. I understand if you don't stick around because it's just mostly been waiting on me to get my connection right. So I understand. Let's see. Well, while y'all are waiting on me to get this together, tell me in the comments what your favorite book is. What's your favorite book? What's your favorite book and why is it your favorite book? What is your favorite book and why is it your favorite book? Welcome in. I'm having so many connection issues. I still haven't really started reading, so you haven't missed anything. And Instagram seems to be the only place where I'm not having connection issues. So fun times. All right, Facebook. Let's try this again. Facebook. Let's try this again. Hopefully, we're good over here on Facebook. It's feeling like again on Facebook, but we'll see. I just would like to thank Rue21 for this little ditty. I enjoy it. It's fun and lacy, and you know, I used to talk to a dude named Lacey. That was an interesting time in the back days. I hope he alright. Let's see. Thank you. I just want my connection stuff to work so that I can just read this book and read this chapter so y'all can go have dinner. You know what I'm saying? If y'all not cooking dinner right now, go ahead and start cooking so that, cook while I'm in the background. Cook while I'm in the background talking and reading to you. Because, child, watching me today it's more of an audio experience today. Clearly, it's more of an audio experience today because we're having so many issues with the Wi-Fi and such. So let's see what happens now, shall we? Here now. Okay, let's try this again. So let's try this again now that we've been doing this for a while. I'm going to start the chapter over since Facebook is doing whatever Facebook's doing. So this is chapter 10. Chapter 10, Seeing with the Eyes of Love. If you look at your body, you will find billions of living beings who depend on you. Every cell in your body is a living being that depends on you. You are responsible for all of those beings, for all those living beings that are your cells. You are God. You can provide what they need. You can love all those living beings, or you can be so mean to them. The cells in your body are completely loyal to you. They work for you in harmony. We can even say they pray to you. You are their God. This is absolutely the truth. Now, what are you going to do with that knowledge? Remember, the whole forest was in complete harmony with Artemis. When Artemis fell, she lost respect for the whole forest. When she recovered her awareness, Artemis went from flower to flower to say, I am sorry. Now I will take care of you again. And the relationship between Artemis and the forest became a love relationship again. The whole forest is your body. And if you just acknowledge this truth, you will say to your body, I am sorry. Now I will take care of you again. The relationship between you and your body, between you and all of those living cells that depend on you, can become the most beautiful relationship. Your body and all those living cells are perfect in their half of the relationship. The other half is your mind. Your body takes care of its half in the relationship. But the mind is the one that abuses the body, that mistreats the body, that gets so mean with the body. Just look at the way you treat your cat or your dog. If you treat your body the same way you treat your pet, you will see that it's about love. Your body is willing to receive all the love from the mind, but the mind says, no, I don't like this part of my body. Look at your nose. I don't look at my nose. I don't like my nose. My ears, they're too large. My body is too fat. My legs are too short. Mind can imagine all kinds of things about your body. And remember, this is not from the book. Remember, not remember, but think about when you're saying something on your body is too much or not enough. Hello. Hello, comments on YouTube. How are you doing? When you say your body is too much enough, what are you comparing it to? What are you comparing it to? Are you comparing it to other people that look like you? Are you comparing it to the beauty standards that have been set by your society? Are you comparing it to an older version of yourself that was younger, that hadn't gone through the things that you've gone through, whether it's going through life and aging, children, injuries, change of lifestyle? What are you comparing it to? Just think about that. Keep that in the back of your mind. You know? Okay? All right. So, where are we? The whole force is your body. And if you just acknowledge this truth, you will say to your body, I am sorry. Now I will take care of you again. The relationship between you and your body, between you and all those living cells that depend on you, can become the most beautiful relationship. Your body and all of those living cells are perfect in their half of the relationship, just like the dog is perfect in his half, and the other is perfect in its half. The other half is your mind. Your body takes care of its half of the relationship, but the mind is the one that abuses the body, that mistreats the body, that gets so mean with the body. And I just read this part, so I'm just going to read it again. Just look at the way you treat your cat or your dog. If you can treat your body the same way you treat your pet, you will see that it's about love. Your body is willing to receive all the love from the mind, but the body says, no, I do not like this part of my body. Look at my nose. I don't like my nose. My ears are too large. My body is too fat. My legs are too short. The mind can imagine all of the things about the body. Your body is perfect the way that it is. Your body is perfect the way that it is. But we have all these concepts about right and wrong, good and bad, beautiful and ugly. These are just concepts, but we believe them. And that's the problem. With the image of perfection we have in our mind, we expect our body to look a certain way, to act a certain way. We reject our own body when our body is completely loyal to us. Even when our body can't do something because of its limitations, we push our body, and our body at least tries. Look at what you do with your own body. If you reject your own body, what can other people expect from you? If you accept your own body, you can accept almost everyone, almost everything. This is a very important point when it comes to the art of the relationship. The relationship you have with yourself is reflected in your relationship with others. The relationship you have with yourself is reflected in the relationship you have with others. If you reject your own body, you are sharing your love with your partner, you become shy. You think, look at my body. How can he love me when I have a body like this? Then you reject yourself and make the assumption that the other person will reject you for the same thing that you reject in yourself. And when you reject someone else, you reject them for the same things you reject in yourself. Ooh, because let me tell you about the number of people that I know that talk a lot of stuff about people that are plus size. And in reality, the only reason why they do it is because they're uncomfortable and reject their own bodies. They don't like their own body. They don't like the way their body looks. So they talk about other people's bodies because they're either afraid to have that kind of body or they dislike that about their own body. I mean, I've had to check people. Like I'm not overweight. I'm not plus size or anything or medically overweight. I'm not plus size or anything like that. But the number of people that I've had to be like, so why are you talking about them right now? Why does that make you uncomfortable? They minding their business, living their life. It's hot outside. They want to wear a crop top, and why does that make you uncomfortable? Well, I think it's because I don't really like the way I look, and so I don't. And I've had that said to me before, where someone says, "I don't like the way I look, so I don't like seeing it in other people." That's a you problem. That's a you problem because you reject your own body. You don't sit there and look at what you have. I remember being told like the biggest. I'm 5'2". Okay, right now I'm probably at like one. Right now I'm at 130, 135, something like that, roughly. I don't know. I haven't been on a scale in a while. My biggest weight was 160 pounds. Now, again, I'm 5'2". So that made my body look very different than it does now. And where I gained my weight was right there in my stomach. Okay. And I was told by a family member that, like, when I had my stomach, they were like, we don't do that. We don't do stomachs around here. We don't do that. I had no problem with my stomach because I felt very womanly. I felt I was like, everything is getting thicker, not just my stomach. My face got a little thick, my thighs got a little thick, my boobs got a little thick, my boobs grew, everything got a little thick. And I felt more womanly than I had ever felt before. And since I've lost that weight, I feel like my body looks less childish and more adult like. But it's just like during that time, I loved my body. I loved it so much. I enjoyed it. I was like, ooh, I've always been a really skinny girl. I like this. This is fun, you know? But I was immediately family members that reject their own bodies. That it was like, ooh, let me comment. They were like vultures. It was like, oh, Taylor, let me comment on your weight. And I wasn't even big. My jeans were a little bigger. I still got some of them jeans and they was bigger than, they bigger than the ones I wear now, but it wasn't even, it didn't even appear. A lot of times I could wear clothes and I could wear certain clothes and people wouldn't even, you know? So it's like a lot of times when people are commenting, like when people dislike the way someone looks because of their physical appearance, it's something within themselves that they're rejecting. I'm gonna continue. There's no problem at all with being beautiful or ugly, short or tall, thin or heavy. There's no problem with being gorgeous. If you walk through a crowd of people and they tell you, oh, you're beautiful, you can say, thank you, I know. You can say, thank you, I know. And keep going. It doesn't make any difference to you. But it will make a difference if you don't believe that you are beautiful and someone tells you that. Then you're going to say, am I really? Am I really beautiful? This opinion can impress you, and of course, that makes you easy prey. This opinion of what you think you need because you believe you are not beautiful. This opinion is what you think you need because you believe you're not beautiful. Remember the story of the magical kitchen from a few episodes ago? If you have all the food you need and someone asks you to let them control you for food, you say, no, thank you. If you wish to be beautiful, but you don't believe you are, and someone says, I will always tell you how beautiful you are if you just let me control you, you will say, oh, yes, please tell me I'm beautiful. You're going to allow that to happen because you think you need that opinion. What is important are not all those opinions from others, but your own opinions. Your own opinions. You are beautiful no matter what your mind tells you. That is a fact. That is a fact. You are beautiful no matter what your mind tells you. That is a fact. That you don't have to do anything because you already have all the beauty you need. To be beautiful, you don't have any obligation to anyone. Others are free to see whatever they want to see. If others see you and judge you beautiful or not, if you are aware of your own beauty and accept your own beauty, their opinion doesn't affect you at all. Perhaps you grew up believing that you are unattractive and you envy beauty in others. Then, to justify that envy, you tell yourself, I don't want to be beautiful. You may even have a fear of being beautiful. This fear can come from many directions. And it's not the same for everyone, but often it is the fear of your own power. Women who are beautiful have power over men, and not just over men, but over women. Other women who are not as beautiful as you are may envy you because you attract the attention of men. If you dress a certain way and all the men are crazy about you, what are the women going to say about you? Oh, she's a loose woman. What's up? What's up? Or she's a loose woman. There's somebody that's going to watch this episode tonight and see what I'm wearing, and they're going to say I look like a slut. I've had family members, very close family members, say that some of the outfits that I wore last week, I look like a slut. Why? Because I already know that I'm beautiful. I already know that I'm confident. And I like wearing the clothes that I like to wear. I don't like feeling conservative. I don't like it. But guess what? There are going to be people that say, I look like a slut because of what I'm wearing tonight, even though I didn't do anything to deserve that. Anyway, if you dress a certain way, hmm, okay, all right. I mean, but outer beauty, I lost connection. I know I see your comment that says it's not outer beauty, it's not the outer beauty, it's the inner beauty that really matters. And I agree. However, I'm not going to ignore my outer beauty because I love it. It's a part of my body, and I show my body that I love it by doing things that make me feel good. And if dolling myself up, putting on clothes that make me feel pretty and sexy and all that stuff, you know, is what makes me feel good, that's going to feed my inner beauty because I'm going to continue to give myself the things that I need physically, which is like that outer part, physically, so that I can build my confidence and then work on and also work on my inner stuff at the same time. There are a lot of beautiful people. Oh, thank you, thank you. I understand and I appreciate that. I appreciate the compliment. Um, I appreciate the compliment. I think sometimes if someone Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't know what point I'm getting at. Thank you for the compliment. I'm gonna get back into this book now that all my connection is good. All right. If you dress a certain way and all the men are crazy about you, what are the women going to say? Oh, she's a loose woman. You become afraid of all those judgments people have about you. This is nothing but concepts again, nothing but false beliefs that open wounds in the emotional body. Then, of course, we have to cover those wounds with lies and denial systems. Envy is also a belief that can easily be broken with awareness. You can learn to deal with the envy of other women or other men because the truth is that each of you is beautiful. The only difference between the beauty of one person and the beauty of another is the concept of beauty that people have. Beauty is nothing but a concept, nothing but a belief. But you can believe in that concept of beauty and base all of your power on that beauty. Time passes and you see you are getting old. Perhaps you're not as beautiful as you were from your point of view, and a younger woman comes along who is now the one who is beautiful. Time for plastic surgery. Time to try to keep the power because we believe that our beauty is our power. Our own aging starts to hurt us. Oh my God, my beauty's going away. Will my man still love me if I am not as attractive? Now he can see other women who are more attractive than me. We resist aging. We believe that because someone is old, it means they're not beautiful. This belief is completely wrong. If you see a newborn baby, it is beautiful. Well, an old person is also beautiful. The problem is the emotion we have in our eyes to perceive what is and what is not beautiful. We have all these judgments, all these programs that put limits on our own happiness, that push us to self rejection and to reject other people also. Can you see how we play the drama? How we play the drama and how we set ourselves up to fail with all these beliefs? Aging is something beautiful, just as growing up is beautiful. We grow from a child to a teenager to a young woman or a young man. It is beautiful. To become an old woman or an old man is also beautiful. In the life of humans, there are certain years when we actively reproduce. During those years, we may want to be sexually attractive because nature makes us that way. After that, we don't have to be sexually attractive from that point of view, but it does not mean we are not beautiful. You are what you believe you are. There is nothing to do except to be just what you are. You have the right to feel beautiful and enjoy it. You can honor your body and accept it as it is. You don't need anyone to love you. Love comes from the inside. It lives inside of us and is always there. But with that wall of fog, we don't feel it. You can only perceive the beauty that lives outside you when you feel the beauty that lives inside you, which is what you were saying. Let's see what your name is. Mind over matter. That's what you were saying. That beauty that's in that love that's inside of you. Let's see. You can only perceive the beauty that lives outside of you when you feel the beauty lives inside of you. And that's what you were saying over here. You have a belief about what is beautiful and what is ugly. And if you don't like yourself, you can change your belief and your life will change. It sounds simple, but it isn't easy. Whoever controls the belief controls the dream. When the dreamer finally controls the dream can become a masterpiece of art. You can begin by doing a puja for your body every day. In India, people perform pujas or rituals for the different gods and goddesses. In the puja, they bow to the idol, they put flowers near the idol, and they feed the idol with all their love because these statues represent God. Every day, you can offer a devotional love to your own body. When you take a shower, when you take a bath, treat your body with all your love. Treat your body with honor, with gratitude, with respect. When you eat, take a bite, close your eyes, and enjoy the food. That food is an offering to your own body, to the temple where God lives. Do this every day, and you will feel your love for your body growing stronger each day, and you will never again reject yourself. Just imagine how you will feel the day you adore your own body. Just imagine how you'll feel the day you adore your own body. When you accept yourself completely, you will feel so good about your own body, and you are going to be so happy. Then when you relate with someone else, your limit of self-abuse is almost zero. This is self-love. This is not personal importance, because you treat others with the same love, the same honor, the same respect, and the same gratitude that you use with yourself. Can you see the perfection in a relationship like that? It's about honoring the God inside each other. When you make it your goal to create the perfect relationship between you and your body, you are learning to have a perfect relationship with anyone you are with, including your mother, your friends, your lover, your children, your dog. When you have the perfect relationship between you and your body, in that moment, your half of any relationship outside of you is completely fulfilled. Isn't that beautiful? When you love on yourself and you love your body, any relationship you walk into, because the only thing that you can bring to a relationship is your half. Yes, yes, I do remember that. Um, any relationship you have with yourself, sorry, when you love on yourself, you love your body, you're thankful to your body, you're thankful to yourself, you are just honoring yourself. Anytime you walk into a relationship, you already have your half. You're ready. You're ready to love on that other person because you're already full. It reminds me of that metaphor, or the metaphor where people say filling yourself up, that viewing yourself as a cup and filling yourself up with all the love that you need for yourself, and making sure that your cup stays full with your love for yourself. And then when you continue to pour that love into yourself, you give yourself so much extra love that if this is a teacup and a saucer, the love overflows into the saucer, and then the saucer is where you love other people from. But you got to fill your cup up first. And I know I use this metaphor a lot in this show, but it's relevant, and it's one that has changed my life, because it's like when I'm feeling burnt out or I'm feeling like really, really down, I have to evaluate, am I pouring into my own cup or not? Am I spending enough time with myself, letting myself know I love you, Taylor? I love you. Am I spending my time in the mirror and saying I love you? Literally, I started going back to therapy this week. It was last week or Saturday. Started doing therapy again. It's been a while, about 7 months since I've seen my therapist, and wow, I was so happy to see her. But something that she challenged me to do is spend time with myself in the morning, pouring into myself, and spending time just focusing on my own love for myself, because I have a tendency to be a yes, I did. Yes, I did. I have spoken in a great detail about the difficulties in my past, on previous episodes, but yeah, I've gone through. There's a counselor on TikTok that is commenting to me, and they asked me, "You've mentioned self-love several times. Did you have some difficulties in your past?" Let me see if I can sum this up as quickly as possible so we can get back into the reading. And we are 45 minutes in. Okay, cool. In the last 11 years, I'm 29 years old. For the last 11 years, up until Valentine's Day, I have had 3 major relationships. Three. Um, I have been in positions where I pretty much just gave all my love, and gave, and gave, and I did not make sure that I was giving to myself, because I am one of 9 children between my parents and step parents. So I am the second eldest of my mom's kids. And so I am I'm a helper. I'm sign me up for helping. I'm constantly helping. And that is how I express love. I express love through acts of service, through helping others. And that's my with that being my love language, it put me in a position where I give a lot of myself away. And I've been very, very criticized over the years by family, friends, not friends, classmates, all kinds of people about my expression and how I carry myself, how I present myself, my excitedness with life and everything. And so I've been through a lot of situations, and honestly, I can probably come back on TikTok live and go into detail about that you if if, if y'all want to. But I'm gonna keep reading the book. But yes, self love is a really big deal for me because it took me a long time to get to this place of it. And I've gone through a lot of things. I've gone through a lot of things that have interrupted my self love, and I have dealt with depression and anxiety, still deal with it, obviously. So, and even like trigger warning for those who have been in the deep bouts of depression, but I've even dealt with suicide and things of that nature. So, self love is really important to me. And honestly, my mission, if I accomplish nothing, if I accomplish nothing with Miss Taylor said, with this part of my life, if I accomplish nothing, the biggest thing the one thing I want to accomplish, the one thing I want to do with this work that I'm doing is help people be themselves and love themselves. If I can get a whole gang of people that are radically, unapologetically being themselves, being the loudest version of themselves, being the youest you that you could possibly be, people that love themselves radically, so that they are able to continue to spread love because they have so much. I want to make it so that I want my legacy and my life work to be that I help so many people. I help as many people as I can, as many people as God wants me to help. I'm not even gonna say so many people because I may not reach millions of people. But if I reach a solid 1,000 people that just take that in and they want nothing more than to just be themselves and not let anyone interrupt that, and they just want to love themselves, and they love themselves so much that they are overflowing with that love so that they're actually able to spread love and greet other people with the love and respect and honor that they deserve, because a lot of people are ill towards others because they hate themselves. If you loving yourself, it's hard to hate other people because you already got that covered, you know? So that's what I want to do with my work. And if I'm able to do that, I can die a happy woman. Exactly. If you give all your water away, then who will fill you up? And I want to help people tap into that part of the earth that brings out all the water that's already within them that they don't even know that they have, and they're looking for it in other people. So that's what I did. I looked for it in other people. I looked and looked and looked for other. Let me tell you about Taylor. Let me tell you about Taylor. This is not a regular episode of Reading What Taylor Said, obviously, because we have ventured off into some other stuff. Let me tell you about Taylor. Taylor is very good at getting caught up, getting caught up in romanticizing something, and then, you know, becoming codependent on someone else's love. I come from a big family, and so it's like, and I know I keep saying that, but I think it makes a difference because when I meet people who don't have a lot of siblings or don't come from big families, they're different. They are different. They're very independent. They're either really independent or they're really, really needy. And for me, I'm not really, really needy, but I have a tendency to go into nesting mode or codependency, or like the finding people that are codependent because I'm a helper. I love helping people. So I have a tendency to do that. And it's just like, it's mine. The love I keep giving to other people that I'm able to come up with for other people, it's mine. And I even tricked myself into believing that I needed to have certain relationships in order for me to function normally. When I was in school, I always had a boyfriend. From preschool all the way up until this year, always had a boyfriend. Preschool, okay? My entire life, I have spent in relationships. Now, was I allowed to date? No. My mother said I could not date. My father said I could not date. Did I do it anyway? Yes, I did. Because I love love. I love being loved. I love loving people. I love love. Love is my shit. You know? And I used to even say, like, I remember during those times when I was in school and I didn't have a relationship, I would be like, let me go ahead and get, I didn't intentionally go, let me go ahead and get a boyfriend so I could do, so I could get myself back on track. But I did notice that whenever I had a boyfriend, somebody occupying that part of myself that I should have been given to myself, I should have been giving that to myself. That part of myself that I should have been given, that love that I should have been given to me, that attention I should have been given to me, and focusing on me. When I did that, when I got in a relationship, I did better in school. When in reality, what it was that I had a lot of energy. I had a lot of I had a lot of energy. I had a lot of love, and I didn't have no direction for it because I didn't realize that it was supposed to go to me, because I was not taught to love myself. I was actually raised to not love myself. And it's not that my parents were like, hey, you know what you need to do? You need to fucking hate yourself. No, my parents didn't do that. Excuse my language. My parents didn't do that. But there were certain things, certain concepts that were indoctrinated into me. For example, how many of us grew up with our parents trying to make sure we stayed humble and didn't have a big head, and telling us that being conceited is one of the worst things you could possibly be? So you tell your child being conceited is terrible. You tell your kid that being conceited is one of the worst things you can be. And then, God, when I was a middle school and high school, that's when Kanye West came out and his old arrogant self. God, we just had a perfect example. We had this perfect example of, you know, what arrogance looks like and how much of a jackass it can make you look like. So you have parents teaching you not to be conceited. They're not telling you don't love yourself, but they're telling you, like, bruh, like, don't get too big of a head, because if you walk around smelling yourself, feeling yourself, oh God, if you walk around with any kind of confidence, you smelling yourself, you feeling yourself, you got a big head, you doing a lot, you think you all that and all of that. So what does a child who is trying to impress their parents, trying to please their parents, what did they do? Either they're going to be rebellious and be like, okay, whatever, you hating on me, bye, like my little sister does. Because my little sister, she'll just call my parent a hater and then be like, see ya, you know? Or if you're like me, you're going to make radical decisions and radical mindset changes to appease the people that feed you. And that's what I did. I was beautiful. I was a beautiful little girl. And I was a beautiful teenager. But I lacked that confidence because, you're welcome. I lacked that confidence because I didn't love myself. I didn't like my body. I have scars on my stomach. Let me tell y'all about this. My stuff is tucking underneath. Anyway, I have scars on my stomach from when I had chicken pox. Y'all remember chicken pox? I have scars on my stomach from when I had chicken pox as a child. And when I had them, they scabbed up and I picked them. So over the years, I wasn't allowed to wear crop tops and midriff shirts because my mom thought they made me look like a slut. I wasn't allowed to wear crop tops or anything like that growing up. And so I stayed away from them because I already wasn't allowed to wear them. So I never kind of Never got to spend time in them to get comfortable in them, during the developing stages. And when I became an adult, I thought I need to cover up my stomach because I have all these scars on my stomach. Never mind the fact that for most of that time I had a six pack. Never mind the fact that outside of those scars, the rest of my skin is smooth. Never mind the fact that I have a cute belly button. Never mind none of that. You know, never mind any of that. I thought, oh, I got these, I need to cover it up. And I thought for the longest time that if I ever wear my stomach out, that's going to get brought up. You know what? I did not, I have never been asked about the scars on my stomach until this past weekend when my nephews asked me. I had a crop top on and they were like, what's that on your stomach? And then I had to explain to children that were born in the 2000s what chickenpox was, because that's something that they would never ever deal with because vaccines work. Anyway, but it's like I did that to myself. I deprived myself of wearing crop tops long after I was in my mother's care or she was the one that was in charge of my clothes. I denied myself crop tops because by the time that I was like, oh, okay, my stomach's not that bad, I was already like insecure about even being that exposed or anything like that. And it's just like, for what? For what? I could have been out here wearing crop tops for years, and I didn't even start wearing them until 2019. Let's finish this book, y'all, because we almost at that hour, and we still got a little bit to go. Anyway, we're talking about puja. So I'm going to go back. If you are just now joining us, we're reading The Mastery of Love. We're reading The Mastery of Love. Hold on, I'm going to get right here. Reading The Mastery of Love if you're just now joining us, okay? So I'm going to start back at this section. Welcome in. We are reading The Mastery of Love if you're just joining us. I'm going to start back on this section. You can begin by doing puja for your body every day. In India, people perform pujas or rituals just for the different gods and goddesses. In the puja, they bow to the idol, they put flowers near the idol, and they feed the idol with all of their love because these statues represent God. Well, we just lost Facebook. Every day, you can offer to your own body to the temple where God lives. Do this every day, and you will feel your love for your body growing stronger each day, and you will never again reject yourself. Just imagine how you will feel. See you later. Just imagine how you will feel the day you adore your own body. When you accept yourself completely, you will feel so good about your own body, and you are going to be so happy. Then you relate with someone else. Your limit of self-abuse is almost zero. This is self-love. This is not personal importance because you treat others with the same love, the same honor, the same respect, and the same gratitude you use with yourself. Can you see the perfection in a relationship like that? It's all about honoring the God inside each other. When you make it your goal to create the perfect relationship between you and your body, you are learning to have a perfect relationship with anyone you are with, including your mother, your friends, your lover, your children, your dog. When you have the perfect relationship between you and your body, in that moment, your half of any relationship outside of you is completely fulfilled. You no longer depend upon the success of a relationship from the outside. When you do a puja with your own body, when you know how to have that devotion for your own body, when you touch your lover's body, when you know how to have that devotion for your own body and you touch your lover's body, you touch it with the same devotion, the same love, the same honor, the same gratitude. And when your lover touches your body, it's completely open. There is no fear. There is no need. It is full of love. Imagine all the possibilities in sharing your love this way. You don't even need to touch. Just looking into each other's eyes is enough to fulfill the needs of the mind and the needs of the soul. The body is already satisfied because it has all of your love. You are never lonely anymore because you are fulfilled with your own love. Wherever you turn your face, you will be fulfilled by love, but not from other humans. You can see a tree and feel all the love coming from the tree to you. You can see the sky, and it's going to fulfill the needs of your mind for love. You have God everywhere, and it will no longer be just a theory. It will no longer be just a theory. God is everywhere. Life is everywhere. Everything is made by love, by life. Even fear is a reflection of love, but fear exists in the mind, and in humans that fear controls the mind. Then we enter my God, I am messing this up. Then we interpret everything according to what we have in our mind. If we have fear, what we perceive will be analyzed with fear. If we are mad, what we perceive will be perceived according to anger. Our emotions act like a filter through which we see the rest of the world. You can say that the eyes are an expression of what you feel. You perceive the outside dream according to your eyes. When you are angry, you see the world with the eyes of anger. If you have eyes of jealousy, your reactions will be different because the way you see the world is through jealousy. When you have the eyes of madness, everything will bother you. If you have the eyes of sadness, you're going to cry because it's raining, because there's a noise, because of everything. Rain is rain. There is nothing to judge or interpret, but you're going to see the rain according to your emotional body. If you are sad, you see with the eyes of sadness, and everything you perceive will be sad. But if you have the eyes of love, you just see love wherever you go. The trees are made with love. The animals are made with love. The water is made with love. When you perceive with the eyes of love, you can connect with your will. You can connect your will with the will of another dreamer, and the dream